Hello and welcome back to Kelly 60 Plays. I'm Alex, and today we are playing some more Sonic Generations. I must bring up one thing. Sorry for the late upload yesterday of the Wind Waker part. I apparently set it to the wrong day and noticed afterwards. And another change, you may notice I'm talking a little more while the gameplay is going as we do the doppelganger stage, and that is because I am kind of doing some extra, doing some post commentary because apparently my mic was muted the entire time I was recording. So here we are. But anyways, we're just going for the classic Seaside Hill doppelganger. For the most part, it was going pretty well. It's going to be very even between me and the doppelganger for the most part because, duly noted, I suck when it comes to platformers. So, my skill with well, it's not that I suck at platformers. It's that my platforming skill is very, very hit or miss. As we watch me wipe into the things because I didn't realize that fish wasn't in the right plane yet. You're gonna see a couple deaths just due to the fact that I am bad. Specifically here in the last stage we'll be recording today. That was recorded for this part today. I'm not really used to post commentary because I don't, especially for a platformer, because I like to react to what I'm doing on screen more so, be more reactionary on screen, but be more quiet when I'm not really paying attention because I focus more on the game. That's just a me thing due to the fact that, for those who may not know, or pay attention to the creator tags, I do have ADHD. I've had it for years. And, just unfortunately, I just have issues when it comes to, recording, or, not recording, but where my focus tends to lie. Part of it is also some slight anxiety of, oh, by the way, we're going to come up to a very good death. Yep. Only death in this stage. Because I didn't realize that could crush me. Watch me, I'm about to do it again. Oh. Caught it on time. And still beat the, doppelganger. But, yeah, so here it's more so I am not reacting to any buttons I'm pressing for this video part, so that would be why I typically am also slightly less focused on the game because I'm not focusing on it. But yeah, I've commented things like I've missed the red ring, the jump rings and whatnot. A lot of small things. Try and reiterate some of the things I had said in the original take, but nah. Here I go to nowhere. Oh wait, no, that's right. There's key that I have to grab. I will go to nowhere after the boss gate, which, as I had mentioned, the bosses are still in order between this and the 3DS version of which version of Sonic you're controlling as for that boss gate. So the middle adventure era style stages will be a modern Sonic boss rather than a classic Sonic because, well, I assume over the years to become what is most players know as modern Sonic, the modern probably got used to things such as the boost function from the supersonic, the and some things like the electric shield, drawing in rings, etc. So it ends up, or like air dashing from the fire shield. So Sonic's just overall more equipped at this point than he was in Adventure 1. Which surprisingly, hi, it's I did Adventure 1 just recently. That was my last Sonic game for this channel. So yeah, I actually do this pretty okay for the most part. You can tell I'm not really used to the fight, so or the platforming, so I do have some issues, or the 3D controls. Like, what was that right there? And this double jumping issue here. I'll miss the boost pads there. Cars. It's, and you can pretty much tell that I'm not the best when it comes to my platforming skill, unfortunately. It's never been, platformers were never my forte when it comes to gaming. I've probably been on record for this, specifically with the Mario 64 playthrough. But my first game series was my first game was Zero Mission, as I've probably gone on record about before too, and you can tell my jumping and whatnot isn't the best, but I can still do some pretty decent work when it comes to jumping and whatnot. But when jumping is the main focus of the game, you can tell I'm pretty horrible with it, especially if it's a game I've never really played, which is why something like Galaxy 1 and Mario 64 were technically, and the Hat in Time were definitely decent. This game, in some regards, is still pretty decent in terms of how I play, because I've either had some time to get used to the controls, or am just overall more experienced with them because I've played them a bit. But you can tell I have very lack of situational awareness when it comes to platforms. This game being a very, very good example of it. Trust me, we're about to see some issues. But I did not die to chaos, so I'm at least happy with that. Now it's time for a look of the modern era, which will involve a couple stages that I shall list off because I actually do know them. Unlike, well, I knew all the stages. Oh, look, a Chaos Emerald and Planet. Oh, is that Planet Wisp from Sonic Colors? God dang it. Or, no, that's Rooftop Run. You can see Planet Wisp in the background, but it'll do. The way Tails says it, but not have classic Tails say anything, I think Sonic 3 technically did not happen for classic Tails and classic Sonic yet. It's kind of unsure though on that front, because technically the stage you're starting in is Green Hill, so it's very hard to tell if he's just running through Green Hill. So the stages for the next area are place that should have been erased from the timeline, Rooftop Run, and Planet Wisp. Yes. And here is where I am going to run off into nowhere, because I forgot that technically certain skills are locked behind doing other challenges, and this is not an old challenge run. I'm only doing the doppelgangers and the stages, which is the stages and the stages again, just fast enough not to lose. So yeah, I just fooled around there because I wasn't paying attention to what I needed to do. and forgetting things. I don't have to go up there. Oh, time for the City of Crisis, which actually is going to be one of those times where my actual platforming skills doesn't suck, and the thing that kills me is normal stage. Also, partially because I'm not boosting everywhere. Like a freaking idiot. Like, could you tell if I don't really platform if that was all I showed you right there? Like, and I've missed the red ring despite going for it. But, surprisingly, Crisis City as a stage, I actually like a lot whenever I've at least seen it in action, despite the game it goes to being crap and wiped from existence. Yes, I know what happens in that game. Should I? Probably not, but part of me wants to at least experience the game in its original that game in its original form, but another part of me is like, no, you don't. Just from the stories I've heard, but that's for me to figure out. Yeah, here's where I start having a couple issues with the platform, but it's not like overall horrible. Oh, we're about to have a different issue. No crushing death this time, but we're going to have an issue where I should have been crushed and didn't. Could have sworn that should have been a light speed area, but it's not. Random slide there. I am going to try and dodge these things. Come back in. Try and homing attack with the reticle immediately going away. This section, in terms of platforming, I figured was mostly fine. Nothing too bad, except right. We'll have the issue come up shortly. Oh, yes. As mentioned, most of the issues I had were issues with me going too quickly. Oh, I missed the red ring. We're about to have the issue. In fact, I'll get this red ring. Go out of my way for this red ring. But the platform's too far away, so I'm trying to keep it down. Oh, but that is still telegraphed there to do that. Good thing it doesn't crush you unless I assume you have 0 rings, despite my model definitely being crushed there. The Sonic model definitely being crushed there. So, good thing. Now it's time for the death. Here is the Pseudo Mach Speed, and I'm going to have fun. Ow. Grab some rings. Okay. Okay. Hits that. Okay. Gonna hit that. I'm going to boost forward, and I run into another pillar of fire. Yep. Sounds about right. For what should be a Mach Speed section. And of course, and it's like in true fashion, the most difficult part for me for this playthrough in Crisis City was the Mach Speed section. The high speed section. Who knew? It's still Crisis City. And because I had no rings, I gotta be ringed. And no perfect bonus. I was off by 30 seconds. Probably the entirety of that area. But yeah, with that being said, that is going to be it for this part. That was the last stage I ended up doing for this this portion of the game. Next time we meet, we'll be doing the classic Sonic portion, which will actually not be muted, because it will be recorded later because I immediately came to re-record this audio. But anyways, thanks again. I hope you all enjoyed, and I shall see you all next time. Bye.